Good morning, everyone. This is the first session from the chapter of semiconductor devices and circuits. And in this session, I will be giving you a brief description about the semiconductors. So, here I have written six bullet points in which I have given you a very short description about what semiconductor is. And so, I will be discussing these 6 points one by one. So in the first point, this is basically the definition of the semiconductor. So the semiconductor is a device in which controlled flow of electrons can be obtained, and semiconductors are basically used in the electronic industries, and almost all the electronic circuits consist of the semiconductors. Second thing, as I have already written in this definition that we can achieve the controlled flow of electrons. Now, these controlled flow of electrons can be achieved with the help of simple excitations. Simple excitation means like heat, light and small applied voltages. That is, by the application of heat, light and small applied voltages, we can change the number of these mobile charges in the semiconductor. Third point is the flow of the charge carriers in these semiconductor devices are within the solid itself. Fourth important point, in the earlier times, that is in the, you can say in the 80s or 90s also, we were using the vacuum tubes. Now, what is a vacuum tube? A vacuum tube is basically a heated cathode, and in these vacuum tubes, the mobile electrons were generated, and they were made to flow in an evacuated space or vacuum. Now, these vacuum tubes is known by the name that is CRT. CRT is the cathode ray tube, and these CRT or you can say the vacuum tubes were used in our televisions and computer monitors. So this was long time back in, you can say, in the 1980s and 90s. So during this period, this televisions and the computer monitors used to have these vacuum tubes, and vacuum tubes are what basically these are the heated cathode tubes, and in these heated cathode tubes, the electrons used to flow in an evacuated space or vacuum. Now, so CRT was used long time back, that is in the 1980s and 90s, and but in the case of a semiconductor, you don't need any such heating, and as a result of it, the semiconductors are smaller in size, they consume very less power, and they can operate at low voltages. Apart from that, they have got another advantage, and that is they have got long life and high reliability. Now, very recently, or you can say after in the late 90s, this CRT, or you can say even in the 90s, this CRT was replaced by the LCDs, and nowadays even LCDs have been replaced by LED monitors. So CRT was a vacuum tube in which these electrons were made to flow in an evacuated space, or you can say vacuum, and the vacuum tubes were basically the heated cathode tubes, and this CRT was replaced in the late 90s by the LCD monitors, and LCD monitors are basically the liquid crystal display monitors, which are supported by the semiconductor devices. Now, but nowadays this LCD has been replaced by LED devices also. So the main advantage of these semiconductors is that they can means they are very small in size. First thing, they do not require any heating as it used to be in the CRT, and they consume very less power and they can operate at very low voltages. Apart from that, they have got a very good life and high reliability also. So in this session, I just wanted to give you a brief description about the semiconductors. And the basic definition of a semiconductor is that it is a device in which controlled flow of electrons can be obtained with simple excitation. So in the next session, I will be discussing about the characteristics of metal, semiconductors, and insulators. So thank you very much for joining this session. Until then, have a nice day. Bye.